Hey everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 12, Episode 9. There's no crying in softball. Well, we had a to be continued last week, so of course we are picking up right where we left off. We are in the woods with the ladies and Teresa, who is behaving like a rabid dog. I'd like to see Louis train that. Yeah, Teresa is having a tantrum. She came looking for a fight, and come hell or high water, she was going to find one. She's mad at Margaret and Tracy because they had the audacity to ask her boyfriend a question. But instead of, talking with them and saying, hey, guys, this bothers me. Here's the thing. Teresa actually has a legitimate reason to be upset by them asking him questions about these things that are coming out in the news. Look, it happens to all of them. Margaret knows, so her whole lawsuit thing about with her business and all that could not have been fun. And so everybody's been through it. We know Tracy's been through it already. She very easily could have said, hey, guys, when you ask him on camera, it keeps it alive. It keeps this story alive, and it's not true. I mean, I assume she thinks none of these things are true. Or maybe not. Maybe she doesn't care, because that happened in the past. Side note, guys, doesn't something have to matter? Like if he threw a puppy into the street or something, but he doesn't do it anymore. He did it in the past. Wouldn't that kind of matter? You know? Anyway, instead of talking to them, she's acting like a little bitch girl, I think is the phrase I'm looking for. So if you recall, we ended with Teresa going on and on about how the reason everybody knows about Bill's affair is because Margaret brought it out into the open. Margaret said, could you just be quiet? Jennifer and I, we owned our stuff. We made up. Teresa says, oh yeah, otherwise, because you're going to look like a piece of shit. And Margaret said, no, you look like a piece of shit. And Teresa said, oh yeah? How do I look like a piece of shit? Margaret said, you looked like a piece of shit all last year. And I'm not going to discuss this with you, she said. Meanwhile, Tracy, who's afraid of heights, has been blindfolded 40 feet in the air this entire time, waiting for Melissa to direct her. Melissa's like, just stay right there, Tracy, because I got to pay attention to this. Yeah, she's got to pay attention to the fight between her sister-in-law and Margaret. Anyway, Margaret's like, I said something that was true. And Teresa goes, yeah, but it was hidden for 10 years. Margaret, you just tried to deflect so nobody talks about Louis. And Teresa goes, let's talk about Louis. Come on. Let's talk about Louis. You know everything. You're Margaret Josephs. You're the news. Just like the rumor about Evan and Jackie. I found out thanks to you. Whoa. Back it up. What did she just say? We get a flashback to the reunion last year where Jennifer says that Margaret is the cause of the rumor. And Margaret was furious. Don't say I'm the cause of the rumor. And Jennifer said, okay, I won't say it. I'll let Teresa say it. Jennifer was mean. She really was the best thing about that reunion, though, I will say that. But yeah, she was evil and looked like she was enjoying the hell out of it. Now Margaret is like spitting fire. She is beyond furious. You heard it out of my mouth? Teresa, I think you put it out there. He immediately backed off. Margaret goes, you never heard that out of my mouth. Teresa, I didn't say I heard it out of your mouth. Margaret's yelling, I didn't put it out there. Jackie's yelling, don't worry, Margaret, I don't believe her. Margaret, I own everything I've ever said, and you can't put that on me. So why don't you own the fact that you told Jennifer to call Serena? Teresa, no, I did not ask her to call. This voice is like 3 octaves higher than her normal voice. Maybe this is the voice Louis loves. Okay. Okay, I love this part so much, you guys. Jennifer reminds Teresa. Jennifer's up in the trees, too, talking down to Teresa, and she goes, remember, it was right after Jackie used the analogy, what if I said Gia did coke in the bathroom? And Teresa was hot. Remember, Teresa? Then you asked if we knew anyone in Tenafly. I'm so happy this is happening. This is the thing that like always bugs me, right? That when the person's right there, why don't you confront them? Like if one person said A and the other said B, you know one of them's lying, like why don't they just talk to each other right then and there and like get it straightened out? And this is Jennifer doing that. Teresa's like, no, I never told her to call anyone in Tenafly. And Jennifer's right there. And instead of being quiet and silent, she's reminding her how she did.
You asked her to call. No, I did not ask her to call. You asked her to call.
Teresa told her to ask. She should just own it.
It's not a big deal, Teresa. We were on the phone. We were coming off the heat of what Jackie said about Gia. She was venting to me, very upset. We were talking, and she was like, I don't understand. Don't we know anybody that's from Tenafly?
I mean, what's wrong with you guys?
So Jackie's like, you guys dug after you knew I was spiraling? What is wrong with you? Teresa. It's because you didn't say analogy first. That's the problem. Jackie goes, everyone knew it was an analogy, Teresa. And Teresa goes, wait, if she wasn't trying to hurt me, should she have said in the beginning of the sentence, it's an analogy? No. Jackie's like, let's not go backwards. Side note, guys, Tracy is still up in the trees. She has taken her blindfold off, though, thankfully. I think Margaret says you never tell somebody when it's an analogy. I mean, like, I'm not sure that's true either. Like, the rules of Fight Club, that's the first rule of analogies. Never tell anyone you're using one. Dolores, well, how about saying for example? Because you guys know that Dolores knows. Teresa didn't know what an analogy was. Had Jackie announced with plenty of warning, here comes an analogy, Teresa, she'd be like, huh? She still would have lost her damn mind because Jackie had her daughter's name in her mouth. Margaret, you know it's an analogy because it's an analogy. Yeah, that's not helpful. How about the fact that the sentence started with, Teresa, what if I said, didn't that mean anything? She didn't say, well, Teresa, I happen to know that Gia does coke in the bathroom. No, she said, what if I said? I mean, isn't that kind of an indicator? Anyway, the ladies worked up an appetite, so now they're going to have lunch. Love that they eat. Is this even real? Teresa said, I'm all about love. Oh, yeah, you were just a little love bug this whole time. But just in case we don't believe her, she points to her shirt where it says love, love, love. On sale now at a store near you. Margaret goes, I could tell. Teresa, so when people are trying to hurt me, I get upset. Now to Tracy, she said, and you asking your husband to ask my boyfriend questions? I just met you 5 minutes ago. And Teresa goes, wait a minute, back it up 2 seconds. Who's asking who to do what? Teresa, did I stutter? I hate when people say that. Anyway, she's like, you asking your husband to talk to Louis, and Tracy goes, I may have asked questions to my husband, but I never asked him to talk to Louis, and this part's funny, and he would never in a million years listen to what I said. I know she didn't mean it like that, but that's hilarious. And Teresa's like, well, he did ask Louis. And Louis, by the way, Louis doesn't care, but I care. Tracy, why do you care that he's asking a question that's already out there? Now we see a new headline referring to Louis' dark past. Not good, Teresa. So Teresa said, well, there's stuff out there about you, that you were the nanny when his wife was pregnant, and I don't ask you about that. Tracy's like, I was not the nanny, and I don't have a problem with people asking me. Again, Teresa, I've been with him a year. What does that mean? Is that some sort of a benchmark that now nothing bad can ever happen because you've been with him for a year? What does that have to do with somebody asking him questions about these stories that are coming out about Louis' past? Teresa goes, you're all trying to hurt me. This one, she's pointing to Margaret, saying he's abusive. And Margaret goes, I didn't say he was abusive. All the girlfriends said he was abusive. Teresa, maybe you're talking to the exes. Maybe that's why it's out there. Margaret goes, oh my God, are you f***ing nuts? Teresa, no, you're fucking crazy. Margaret now loses it and she's like, oh my God, it was already spoken about with everyone here. You think I brought it up? Teresa goes, who put it out to the whole world? Okay, time out. The whole world? You might want to check that ego, lady, because not even everyone in my whole house knows about it or even knows who Louis is. And there's only 2 people in my house. 50% of the people in my house know who Louis is. Now Teresa is like mocking Margaret, saying, I didn't put it out there. So Teresa goes, I didn't put it out there. And I have to show you guys the closed captioning because it says, I didn't put it out there. And then in brackets, babbles mockingly. Babbles. Anyway, Teresa tells the ladies that she is in this amazing love bubble. I don't want to hear love bubble anymore. Teresa accuses Margaret of wanting to pop her love bubble and then says, it ain't gonna happen. Margaret, I don't want to pop your love bubble. By all means, stay in your bubble. Teresa, I'm leaving. I've had enough of this shit. But real quick before I go, everyone, I have gift bags on the table with your name on it. Anyway, Melissa's like, Teresa, come back. Come sit down and eat. Margaret, let her huff off. Teresa, again, babbles mockingly. Yeah, let her go. Shut up. She walks away. Margaret, let her go. She's being a baby. Teresa now yells at Melissa because she is still walking away. And I can't make out what she's saying. Like something like rein in your friends. Make sure they're not talking about me behind my back. Melissa yells to her, what are you even mad about? Nobody here is mad. Teresa, I'm fucking mad. So the others are eating now. Melissa tells Tracy, whatever you were trying to accomplish here with the communication didn't work. And she goes, I am talking to Jennifer now, though. So as people are starting to leave, Dolores reminds everyone that she is hosting this charity softball game for that hospital, Maimonides or something like that. And, everyone's on the same team. Still not going to help. Next, we are at Melissa and Joe's house, and the invitations arrive for Antonia's Sweet 16 party. Melissa said it's the only thing she's been excited about since she tore her ACL. Then over at Teresa's house, she and the girls are starting to pack because they're moving in a week. As some of you may know, I recently had a big move myself. And this is just a guess, but I would say my entire house was roughly the size of Teresa's kitchen. And I started the packing process months before we even had the house on the market. And I still barely finished in time. Listen, before you say anything, yeah, I know. It's just for show, and then everything's going to be professionally packed up. But still. Gia talks about how sad it's going to be to move away from her family home, and Teresa can't wait to move in with Louis. Teresa said, that's why I get so mad about the girls for bringing up all the false accusations about Louis. I mean, karma moved swiftly on that one, didn't it? I believe it was just last year that Teresa brought up false accusations about someone's husband. And now the exact same thing is happening to you, Teresa. And you just know that, this isn't going to stop her from doing it again. We check in with Dolores and Frank. They're in the yard practicing their, softball. Dolores says in her confessional that her goal is to raise $200,000. And it's going to be Dolores and all her friends against the doctors. And I guess the doctors are pretty good and kind of take this seriously. Dolores says to Frank, everybody's coming, but you don't know what happened at Treescape. So she tells him, and now she's worried that everyone won't get along at this charity game. Frank's like, good luck, Dolores. Teresa tells Gia that she's going to sell her workout clothes at the softball game and donate a portion of the proceeds to the hospital. Melissa tells Joe how crazy Teresa was at Treescape, and she's like, I'm out of here, and here's my new line of clothing. Melissa told Joe, I think she wants us to wear them at the game. And he goes, oh, yeah. Then back with Teresa and Gia, Teresa said, I supported Margaret's business. Women supporting women. Oh, Teresa is such a feminist. Also, I highly doubt that you would have supported her right after she screamed at you. It's absurd that she thinks that Margaret should wear her workout stuff. Next, we check in with Jackie. She is at her second therapist appointment. The therapist is helping her with the anorexia, and she tells her how hard it's been living with it. The therapist talked about self-esteem and how tied that is to this disorder. Jackie agreed. She can remember a time in school when she was putting on lipstick, and this boy walked past her and said, "It's not going to help." And she said, I thought to myself, he's right. It won't help because I'm just so gross. She told the therapist that she recently, found out that her kids are noticing and that's killing her. She said, of the hundreds of times that I've taken my kids out for ice cream, I've never gotten any for myself. And the therapist said, how long has it been since you've had ice cream? And Jackie goes, 20 years maybe. She said, so would that be a good goal for this week? And Jackie's just crying and she goes, I don't even know how I would do that. But she said, she will do it. And she's like, well, how do I count that? And she said, how about you don't count it? And I don't want you to compensate for it later. And Jackie said, okay, she would do it. When she got home, she's talking to Evan about it a little bit. And she very tentatively and nervously asks him, this is like one of her big irrational fears is that he won't still love her if she puts on weight. And he said, of course I will. I love you and I look forward to our life together, but I want to travel. In his confessional, he said that they've only ever gone on vacation for 4 days at the most because that's as long as Jackie will eat out and not be, able to control her food at home. So, yeah, he's like, I want to travel. I want to do things, when we get older and enjoy our life. Okay, next we are at a little date night with the Aidens. Bill and Jennifer go out to dinner. They're ordering drinks, and Jennifer said, I haven't been drinking with the ladies lately. And Bill said, I like non-drinking, Jennifer. And she said, I thought you liked drinking, Jennifer. I think she means Tequila Jen. And we all like Tequila Jen. Bill says he doesn't like the sloppy vomiting in his car, Jennifer. I guess I can't argue with that one. So she tells Bill that Melissa apologized to her for charging at her and that she told Melissa that she was sorry that she called Joe a crook. So Jennifer tells him, she's made up with everybody and Dolores has invited them to participate in the charity softball game. And she kind of hopes that Bill will come. She said, I think it'll be good to get back with everybody. He's not feeling it. Not really into making nice with the bros. Jennifer is feeling the effects of her margarita and now orders a second one. So Tequila Jen should be here any minute now. Okay, so let's just say that Tequila Jen has arrived. And she is back and she is better than ever. This is the exchange that happens next. She says to Bill, our anniversary's coming up, 19 years. Do you think we'll make it 19 more? Because at this point, if anything happens, bitch, I get half. Cheers to that, baby. Well, maybe not you, but I'll drink to that. Oh, welcome, Tequila Jen. You have been missed, Bill. Sometimes it's hard to walk back from something like that. So if we're counting in 19 years how many unhappy moments there have been, that's not helping the equation. Jennifer doesn't want to end up like her mother after 50 years being mad at the world. She tells Bill, I picked her up from the airport, and the entire car ride she never mentioned your affair. You would think she would have had an opinion about you, but she didn't. She was mad at Margaret. So's Teresa. Jennifer tells Bill that she was mad at Margaret, but she's also mad at him, and she's been questioning their relationship. Bill, look, it's something that happened many years ago. Jennifer, I don't give a shit. Is it any wonder why I love Tequila Jen? She keeps it real, man. The double take that Bill does when she says that is so good. I'm going to play this part for you.
Look, it's something that happened many years ago.
I don't give a
So I guess we'll see what Bill decides. Okay, next we are at Margaret's house. Marge Sr. is turning 75, and Margaret's going to have a big party for her. Margaret says to Lexi's there too. Margaret says to her, we also have the charity softball event. You want to hear this text I just got from Teresa. Hi, ladies. Last week when we were together, I gave athletic wear from my collaboration with Electric Yoga. Would it be possible to wear the shorts for the softball game? I'm going to sell the items we wear at the game. I know we'll be able to raise more if I have all of you be my stunning models. XOXO. The only thing I can tell you for sure, for like 100% sure, Teresa did not write that. That was not written in Teresa's voice at all. I think it was probably Gia. I think she probably talked her mom into, okay, you had a big tantrum when you were with them and you went off on 2 of them. What you need to do is flatter them. It's so dumb to not apologize, but then just send that. Like, it's one thing if she called Margaret, apologized, and then sent this. Well, that's totally different. But no apologies, just, you all my stunning models. Yeah, she didn't write that. So Margaret calls Tracy and she's like, can you believe this? And Tracy's like, yeah, crazy. And Margaret said, I'm not doing it. Tracy's like, you're not going to wear them? Tracy's still scared enough. Like, she comes out of her shell a little bit. The idea that she went after Teresa the way she did really surprised me, but like now she's regretting it a little bit, maybe. Anyway, Margaret's like, no, I'm not going to wear it because that sends a message that the way she treated me is okay. And then Margaret says the best thing ever. I'm going to take a page out of Louie's book. How else is she going to learn? I have mixed feelings about that. No, I don't. Because she can donate more money to charity if she wants. First I was going to say, it's for charity, so don't be petty. No. This is to help Teresa and her branding more than anything else. I mean, yes, she's going to give a portion of it to charity, but that's nothing compared to the publicity she would get if all of the housewives are wearing her stuff. So yeah, I'm not conflicted. Margaret doesn't need to promote Teresa's brand without an apology. Her behavior was atrocious at that treescape place. Okay, the big charity softball event is here. Side note, Dolores has been in this outfit with the stars so many times, I feel. I'm starting to wonder if that's her athletic wear line. So everyone is arriving and they're in the locker room getting their jerseys on. Everybody's jersey with their name on the back. It's very cute. And they are kind of talking about Teresa's audacity. It doesn't look like anybody's wearing her stuff, but I think Teresa's bringing it. Anyway, Dolores says she might change into it later, but that the pants that Teresa sent her are too hot. That's not good in workout wear, is it? Okay, so now Teresa, Louie, and Gia arrive. And yes, she has all the shorts that she wants people to change into. I brought stuff if you guys want. It's my workout line. Margaret, no, we're good. We're good. Teresa, you have to say it like that. We're good. And Margaret goes, yeah. Gia kind of whips her head around and like looks Margaret up and down. I'm like, Gia, don't. She says, we're all wearing the same thing anyway, black leggings. She supports you guys with everything. And Margaret goes, I support her all the time. Just not today. And Gia goes, okay. But she goes, Teresa had gone to the bathroom. Now Gia goes to find her. And she's like, Margaret is such a bitch. Teresa, to you? No, she wasn't, Gia. What did Margaret say that was mean to you or like what would make you think she's a bitch? No, she said no, not today. I support your mom a lot, but not today. Melissa and Dolores are changing into her clothes, though. Okay, so Jennifer arrives late without Bill. I was kind of hoping Bill would change his mind because he kind of owes me one, just saying. Okay, so this stadium is huge. They're going to have kind of like a real game, 7 innings. It's like Little League rules or something like that. And it starts off it is just a comedy of errors. Everybody messing up, bumping into each other, missing the ball. Teresa asks, did they score a touchdown? No, they didn't. At one point, they're in the outfield, and she says to Louie, babe, does my hair look all right? Jennifer has this huge cage over her face to protect her nose job, and she's up to bat. She hits the ball. As she's running to first base, she just trips over, like, her own feet and lands on her face, and everyone's like, her nose! She's fine. But then the bros decide that they need a little liquid courage to continue. Tracy says to Margaret, are they doing a fucking shot? Yes, Tracy. Yes, they are. Also, where's Tiki? Because I feel like a pro athlete would be kind of helpful right now. Oh, okay, so things are turning around for Team Catania. I don't know why I should be surprised that they're fueled by alcohol. Gia's like tumbling in the outfield. Louie and Joe are catching fly balls. Dolores, Jackie they're both getting base hits. I mean, it's all kind of coming together now. So the score is tied now, 6-6, and Margaret is up to bat. Teresa says, see, if she had my leggings on, her butt wouldn't be wiggling so much and she'd be able to hit the ball. Tracy goes, oh my God. In her confessional, she said, Teresa is like your typical bully. These body shaming comments are beyond appalling. It gets worse. Teresa grabs Gia, spins her around, and says, look at her ass. It's nice and tight. Yeah. I'm sure it's because of your leggings and not the fact that she's 20. Okay, it is the bottom of the 6th and Tiki has just arrived. Tiki to the rescue. Something's wrong with Louie's cleats or something like that. And so Tiki is taping them up with duct tape. And Teresa looks over and she goes, maybe we should tape Tiki's mouth because he asks a lot of questions. Tiki hears her and he goes, Louie said it was all right. And then Teresa goes, wait. And she goes running over there and like very flirty and playfully, she grabs the duct tape and she starts like wrapping it all around Tiki. And they're laughing. And Tracy turns to Margaret. Side note, remember when I thought Tracy was not feeling Margaret? She didn't think she was very nice. I didn't think they were going to get along at all. But, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So all it took was crazy Teresa coming at them to get those two to like really bond. So anyway, Tracy sees this and she leans over to Margaret and says, why is she so nice to him? Margaret goes, should I go down the list? No, I mean, it's no list really, just a general, men get a pass in New Jersey and women don't. That just seems to be how this works on this franchise. Okay, so back to the game. It is the last inning. Team Catania, for some reason, is up by 3, and the doctors are up to bat. This big guy hits the ball really hard, and the bases are loaded, so this could win it for the doctors. But Tiki catches the ball, and he's the hero. Yes, Team Catania wins by 3 runs. Let's be real, the doctors probably gave them. And yeah, fun was had by all. Jennifer said she had a really great time. She felt accepted and part of the group again. So she hopes that she can get Bill to come around and, you know, find his way back to the bros. Dolores raised well over $200,000, so a great day all the way around. And that is where this episode ends. We end on a high note for once. That's it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon and you will be notified every time I have a new video come out. As always, if you are an Amazon shopper, if you go through one of my links down below and buy whatever it is that you want to buy, you don't have to buy the thing that's listed. I will earn a small portion of that. So yeah, thank you in advance. And I will see you next time for the next recap of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Bye.